Hey yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Twit here. This will be a short video, or well, kind of depends on my rant, on the new sneak peek. And the sneak peek, it barely holds any information, but let's get it popping. So starting off with something that probably nobody ever asked for, but hey, it's another whale flex, and that is honor icons will be implemented for high ranked players within the chat room. So yeah, you type your name into something and then you see an icon and they're like, oh my god, he has the #1 headband. And great. As for Repositorium, there's a slight addition which should have been implemented from the get-go in my opinion, but it says the dispatch battle time will be counted for the required battle time gauge of the Repositorium. So aka you dispatch and you get yourself the timer instead of doing one of your normal dungeons to get that whole thing up. Within the challenge raid, they are going to adjust the penalties and probably make it a tad easier for a lot of people to play this and get the rewards in. Now hopefully they won't adjust the actual cap of the challenge rate, because I think the challenge itself is absolutely amazing. The one thing that I would like them to remove is the you cannot get any buff penalty. The reason why I want to remove this, because it takes away from a lot of characters that are currently around where their unique weapons can get dispelled, unique treasures can get dispelled, such as Gladi, Celine, that come to mind straight away, which means that their overall output is absolutely garbage. So in that aspect, if they would remove that, they would have to find another way to make these challenges a little bit harder. Maybe the HP, maybe the timings that you will actually have to take to kill these. And we are seeing it in the EU server where everybody has already cleared this whole thing under a minute, and there are servers where they killed it under 30 seconds. How they did it, I do not know, but it's probably just Kazuo because he's absolutely broken. So I hope they will address the fact that right now you cannot use a wide variety of characters to actually clear these battles and only have pretty much one surefire way where you can max out your characters. That being said, we will just have to wait until they make the changes. And another thing that we will get is the Juno cooking quest rerun. As for the contents of this thing, is very much these 3 artifacts, where the first one is absolutely not used by anything or anybody. The second could be used on Eclipse because of the extra heal rate, and the Juno special dessert is a Robots 3 artifact if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if anybody is using it. I'm using it personally, so I could be the baddie. As for the things in the shop, I think they do rotate here and there because there are new items coming out. I'm hoping once again for some extra event artifact tickets, because you could never have enough of those. And another addition to this event will be another stamina dungeon. So if you still have some left, and if you still need yourself some unique weapons, then this would be the one thing that you could do and just burn all of your stamina altogether. But I'm hoping for Vespa to add not only the unique weapons, but also the unique treasures at some point, because I don't need any more unique weapons. I don't. So having myself another stamina sink would be quite nice if they would add it to the UTs. I do believe it will get a lot of people playing once again. So that would be quite nice. And the last thing on the sneak peek was the new Pansirone outfit, and I gotta say they put in some real effort. It looks fantastic. Can we once again get a vote in on these things? I'm not sure if this one got a vote in, but I want to really have a more impactful character that would receive an outfit like this. That would be crazy. And you might be thinking, Twit, weren't you going to rant in this video? Did you not say that at the beginning? And yes, because there's some things on my mind which just need to be addressed. Like on my YouTube, I get a lot of reactions stating exactly the same. If Season 2 didn't hype me up, I will quit the game as well. Let's hope it will live up to the expectations. Well, for me, there's absolutely no hype whatsoever because the PR absolutely sucked. And then we have these things saying like, the question is, why is KR dying out? Now, while we don't know the exact number of our game dying out, I am not quite sure. The only thing that I can really relate to is the fact that my subscriber count is going drastically down no matter how much content I try to push. The other side is, if you look at the League of Victory side of things, I play more bots than anything. Everybody that is currently top 30 is about 90% win rate. And if you think about that in raw stats, that makes absolutely no sense, except for the fact that nobody is playing each other again. Even on prime times during dinner or whatever, nobody is playing currently on that League of Victory side. And I'd like to address Vespa because I think it has several reasons which are easily fixable. Now, at the end of July, there was this teaser site which will show you the teaser of King's Raid 2, which will show you 4 characters that will be joining the fray with all sorts of videos and all that. But after that is a month of silence, and I have to address this. It is very easy to give out more teasers than this. It does not take much money to make something like it. If I look at the PR that they made for the Soul Weapon release and Shockman at that point, that was absolutely gorgeous. They added all sorts of concept art. They actually allowed us to get a small sneak peek into what Soul Weapons were gonna do. They had a whole animation that was added to it. And although the release wasn't as welcomed by a lot of players and got a lot of people into quitting, the actual hype up is where things start. And there are obviously another few things that I can talk about. Maybe the new dragons that will be coming out, where there has been a slight word about it as to that it is coming out. What the actual thing is, they could be dropping some concept art already way in days before even releasing it, so they can get people's opinions and then use those opinions to then further develop, because I don't think that Vespa is using the people to their advantage. And I keep saying this, if you have 10 people that are working with you, creative as they may be, if you got 10,000 people playing the game and have their opinions and have their own creativity, if you're not using those at the end of the day, that is a very missed opportunity. And on the other end, and I still want to invite them to come into our podcast to really talk to the people, like have a chat filled with them and actually have them talk about the upcoming changes and the things that they would need. If they really want to go back to that really player-centered company that will address people's needs, then I believe that King's Raid will once again thrive as much as it did before. But this one way of communication where it's all top down, so from the company to the players and not vice versa, and not open in public, I think that in itself is not the right way to address this. And I know the argument is like, oh, they're actually addressing different kinds of games and they're using King's Raid to then get money to fund their other projects. That could be all true, but transparency is the other part where it could make or break a game. If you are on a ship and you don't know where the captain is headed, or you don't have any clue what the captain is doing, at the end of the day, people will jump ship and they will find another ship to sail on. It is just that easy. But as long as there's transparency, as long as the captain is good for his people, then the people will be good for the captain, and that is basic business in my opinion. So in all fairness, maybe not as much yelling as you guys would rather see me do, but from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to see this game die out, because I have a lot of fun still with it and with the people that are playing it. Another note that I will address is the next podcast will be held somewhere on this weekend, so stay tuned for that and stay tuned for the announcement. What we will be talking about is a community event given from the players by the player. James Raid is a dude that will be joining us. He will be hosting a PvP tournament for both the EU and the NA. The prize pool will be $250. And what the actual date will be is quite uncertain yet. Know that it will come and I will be one to host it. So know that there will be a lot of yelling from my side, but do take note that within the podcast we will be talking about the rules, the setups, and the restrictions that will be coming to it, because we want to have as many participants as we possibly can. That being said, let's wrap up the video for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you haven't already, make sure to like and sub, and I'll see you guys into the next one.